saw the part of you that only when you're older you will see too. You will see too. I held the better cards.
How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to another subreddit video. I know what you're thinking, and yes, I did remember to turn off the Logitech logo this time, but in all seriousness, you might be wondering why I have a webcam on this time, and no, it's not going to be a permanent addition to my subreddit videos. Today we're going to be looking at r/trashy, as you could probably tell by the title of the video, and scrolling through the top posts on here, there are a lot of videos, and I felt like it would be better to record myself giving my reaction to these videos, and you can see me watching the videos rather than me just playing it in a video and then talking about it afterwards. This way it feels a little bit more natural to me. So yeah, we're going to be looking at r/trashy, which is a subreddit kind of like r/I am a piece of shit. It's not quite as bad, although some of these people are pretty bad. But yeah, it's just people that need to throw themselves in the bin. So sorry for this long talkative intro. I'll get into it now. Harvey Weinstein pulls out a walker for court appearances but walks fine to Target. Yeah, this was that bit where everyone was like, oh, Harvey Weinstein's pretending he's got walking issues and back problems, whatever. And then afterwards, he was like, walked out in handcuffs and was walking absolutely fine and stuff. Also, apologies if I sound a little bit stuffy today. I think I've either got hay fever or I'm coming down with a cold, or I don't know. It always happens right when I'm starting recording. Nearly 10,000 people have signed an online petition to have Williams fired. Viewers left furious after Wendy Williams mocks Joaquin Phoenix's cleft lip. Why did she think that was a good idea to do that on TV? And why was she even in a position where she could do that on TV? That is just trashy. Come on. That's something that he was born with and he has absolutely no control over. And loads of people have it. And a lot of people are probably very self-conscious about it. So mocking that on live TV is just if she loses her job for whatever it is she does, I don't even know who she is, so she can't be that famous. I hope she loses it because she deserves to. The manager here assaulted a female employee and thought it was okay because the cameras didn't work. I spoke up and got fired. Where is the equality? They took my job, but they can't take my voice. Carnival slapped with a 20 million fine after it was caught dumping trash into the ocean. Again. The fact that they even needed to say again, come on man. If you've been caught doing it once already, stop it. We kind of need the ocean. I guess we ourselves don't need the ocean, but a lot of stuff does in this world. There's a lot of stuff. And then actually, no, you know what? We do need the ocean because algae in the ocean makes up like 70% of the oxygen we breathe. So we do need the ocean. And when we ruin ocean climates, that's gonna kill the algae and coral reef that we need. Taking pictures of me? Woman changing her baby's dirty diaper on top of Old Navy clothing display. There are places to do that kind of stuff. I don't know if all shops have it, but at the very least, like every food place has a child bathroom that you can change your baby in. Doing it on a shop in front of everybody and being surprised when people catch you it's just ridiculous. How hard would it have been for her to just walk probably only a couple of shops over to where there would have been a food place she could do this at? Imagine coming home with your report card and your parents do a reaction video. The worst part is that in 30 minutes it got 3.6k views and it's probably got even more. Yeesh. I would not want to be that child. Not only that, you then have to deal with those kind of views that fast. Everyone at the school knows that kid's parents do YouTube. Half of them have at least seen the video by the next day. Like, he must be the most bullied kid in school. Why do you do that to him? For clout? Is that worth it? My landlord pretended to work the flat, but ended up installing a 360 Wi-Fi surveillance camera which also records audio without telling me about it. Now I'm pretty sure that is straight up illegal. You should probably contact someone about this. At very least contact them about it and say, hey, if you do this again, I'll call the police, because I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Stealing from a guy who asked you out. This dude has been calling my bar to check the cameras because he asked a girl to put her number into his phone and she Venmo'd herself $2,000. Drunk is a genius. I mean, that is pretty smart, but that is also, it's just theft. I hope he got his money back. And here is the first video. We're like a little ways into recording and this is the first video. There are a lot more videos after this point, so a woman with a giant speaker playing music on the subway or train or whatever. Get earphones. The earphones are probably substantially cheaper than the speaker you're using. They're probably going to give you a better sound quality. At the very least, headphones will. And you're not going to disturb everyone else. It's like the easiest thing to do. Utah jazz star mocks the coronavirus and touches every mic at the press conference to show he's unafraid. 30 hours later, tests positive for coronavirus, causing the NBA to suspend the season. What the NBA should have done is gone, wow, that was your fault. How about we carry on the season and don't you play with you because you don't deserve to play it after being that stupid? It's a pandemic. It might not have been a pandemic at that point, but it is now. And I think mocking any virus at any point in its life is stupid. And you deserve what you get for mocking it at that point. They shouldn't stop the season for that. He doesn't deserve for them to stop the season just for that. A nurse in Colorado silently counter-protesting and enduring racist abuse. These protests are ridiculous. I've seen a lot of various protests from various different things and from various different sides. And what I have to say to people protesting in the streets with cars like this, holding up traffic, doing anything like this, I've seen people doing it against quarantine. I've seen people doing it for quarantine. It helps nobody at all. If you are protesting in the way that these people are protesting in their cars and parked, and you can see how far back the traffic goes behind them, no matter what side you're protesting, if an ambulance needs to go by, you've held up traffic probably quite far back. That's probably not the only road affected by this. Ambulances are going to have problems, the police are going to have problems, people trying to make commutes are going to have problems. People could effectively die because of this. What if someone has a heart attack and the paramedics aren't able to reach them because of this? You're gonna cause a lot more harm than you're solving, if you even solve anything, because all people are gonna do is look at you and go, wow, look at this crazy person holding up traffic for no reason. It is just trashy and it solves nothing, and just like do something worthwhile with your time, like making a YouTube video. So, it has just come to my attention that this whole time I have been recording my desktop without audio. Whoops! This one, I am turning audio on for this one because we do need it, so sorry for not having audio.
Absolutely. Whoa! Hey, you have yourself a blessed day. Have yourself a blessed day. Ooh, matter of fact, I'm taking the time for this one. What was that? You said I'm a what?
Fox dead, motherfucker. I killed him. I put a bullet in that fucker's
Did
head.
you?
I sure did.
I'm
He's a
glad.
dead motherfucking.
Uh-huh.
He is an ugly fucking homosexual
Ooh.
rapist fucking nigger. Just like
Ooh.
you, fucker.
Right.
Just like you.
Right.
You were there. Right.
I got time for this.
Yeah.
And that's how you make somebody famous.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to censor that. Oh, that's gonna take so much work. Basically, that lady said the N-word a whole lot to a guy completely unprovoked. Let's just move on. To the man who found my iPad, I just wanted to say thank you for keeping it safe. The CCTV shows you taking it so no one could steal it, so again, thank you. If you can kindly leave it at the reception for me to collect, I would be very grateful, but if not, don't worry, my company will track it on Monday using the installed software so I can get it then. Thanks again. Someone walked out with her iPad from the gym. Everyone has tracking in their iPads and iPhones nowadays, so and most phones, in fact. And I recommend that everybody download an app that allows you to do that and give it to someone you trust, like give the tracking details to someone you trust, so that if you're robbed and you lose your phone or iPad or computer, you have a way to access it, because they're expensive and the people making off with them don't deserve them. So make sure that you have your stuff tracked. Julian Lennon had to buy the letters he wrote to his father, John Lennon, at an auction because Yoko Ono wouldn't give them to him. Now that is just trashy. That is straight up trashy. That's awful. He wrote them to his dad and you're not gonna give them back to him. That's a whole new level. Imagine being 5'9" or shorter and calling yourself a man, LMFAO. Go get the high chair and be ready for din-din, lil baby. I'm 5'7" and you let me come in your mouth after I took you to Burger King. Let's relax now, hun. I'm gonna say this about a lot of stuff, I can tell, but why bully people for their height like this? I know people that are short, and I do make jokes about their height. I'm not innocent in that regard, but I'm friends with them and they know their jokes. I'm not like actually trying to be offensive and mean to them. This kind of stuff is straight up being demeaning and insulting to a whole lot of people who don't deserve it and have no control over that. Not to mention 5'9" is like the average height for males. That's like the global average. Being 5'9" doesn't make you a baby, it makes you average, and most guys are that height, and most women on average are shorter than that. So just stop yourself, basically. Just find a bin and put yourself in it. Not cool. Hanging out in a car in an empty parking lot. More not cool. Hotboxing with your buddies and getting caught by the Lincoln police. Extra more not cool. Calling your mum to come get you. Super extra more not cool. Mum getting a DUI when she arrives drunk. What a classy family that must be. We are saddened to report that Hamden's historic door tree, a natural feature celebrated for nearly 150 years, has been cut down by vandals. The RWA Police Department is currently investigating. If you have any information as to who may be responsible, please contact us. Why, of all the things to vandalize, why would you vandalize a tree, for one? What do you gain from tearing down a tree? Second of all, why? Third of all, it's a famous tree, so extra why? Be a normal vandal and spray paint giant penises on the subway wall or something. Okay? At least that's harmless. This is stupid. The person who did this is absolutely stupid and deserves to be punished. Find a bin and put yourself in it. Here we have BuzzFeed, which is just globally the worst industry to ever exist, so you already know this is going to be a great one. Newsflash, buddy! If you are a guy and are looking endlessly to find Jennifer Lawrence's leaked nudes, then you are what is wrong in current society. DaBaby's nudes allegedly leaked online, and I just want to thank Santa Claus for coming early this year. So they're hypocrites. BuzzFeed are just hypocrites. I really don't like BuzzFeed. They make themselves out to be like this great anti-sexism, anti-racism messiah that is going to save the world from the patriarchy. But first of all, they come up with stuff like this hypocritical nonsense. And then when they do try and do anti-sexism, anti-racism stuff, rather than coming out on terms of we want equality, they completely reverse it. They go on and talk about how much they hate men, and men are the worst, and how much they hate white people. And it's like, you're literally just attacking racism with racism. You're not solving anything. Last night, around 11:30, an Amber Alert was sent out to everyone's phone asking people to keep an eye out for an 11-year-old girl that was abducted by her father. The police had to tweet this out shortly after. Unbelievable. Our communications bureau is receiving numerous calls to 911 complaining about the late hour of the Amber Alert. As a direct result of someone receiving the alert, we were able to locate the suspect and his vehicle. The system works. Thank you to all those that called with tips. An Amber Alert went out because an 11-year-old girl was kidnapped, and you're like, oh, it's a bit late. Do you mind not? An 11-year-old girl was kidnapped, and you're worried because it was a bit late that it was disturbing you? Get out of here. Put yourself in a bin. Find a bin and put yourself in it. Anybody that called the police complaining about a late Amber Alert because an 11-year-old was kidnapped, find a bin and put yourself in it. CEO tries to pay kids lunch debt, is refused. LA Colombo CEO Todd Carmichael said the school district won't take his $22,000. It's a debt, guys. If a child can't pay for his lunch and someone offers to pay it off, take the payment. Or better still, maybe don't rack up a debt of $22K because a child can't afford to eat. How is a child going to pay off that kind of money if his parents can't afford to give him food? If someone's at Subway and they order food and they only have, say like they've only got a $5 and the food total comes up to £6 and the person behind them goes, oh, I'll pay for it, Subway are going to accept it. They're not going to go, no, it's his debt. No one else can pay for his food. It's his food. No, get out of here. Trashy. People that own school systems and do this kind of thing are trashy and disgusting and should not be in charge of children's schools or any school. They shouldn't be in charge of anything. Sorry for getting angry. White women are for making white babies. White women are for making white babies. The guy that made the first sign in the first place, just like, come on, man. How does it affect you in any way? In any way? If a white woman wants to be with someone who isn't white, in what way does that affect your life? At all. It doesn't. So why do you care? Famous YouTuber Trisha Paytas makes a fan fly to LA just to ghost him and then call him a stalker and lying about the situation. I remember reading up about this. A lot of stuff went on with Trisha Paytas. I don't need to go into it. I did a video ages ago of trying to find the worst content on YouTube without searching for anything. And I came up on Trisha's channel on the video where she was apologizing about saying she was transgender and getting basically everything to do with transgender wrong because she isn't. She lied about that for views, so I don't know, just this person speaks, everything she does speaks for itself. I don't really need to say anything more on that. She's trashy, she belongs to be here. The trashiness speaks for itself. Yep, it does. Blind woman told to get off bus because guide dogs can't be black. I did not know racism of this caliber carried over to dogs. I thought, you know, at the end of the day, dogs were usually like the ones kind of free for this kind of thing, you know? Everybody loves dogs. But nope, apparently guide dogs can't be black. New one on me. Imagine being so upset by a child that you put this on your truck while yelling that everyone else is a snowflake. This is going to be my last post. I'm done here, but I did want to talk about the whole snowflake thing. Oh, it grates on me. When you get people that, like, their bio on Twitter is, like, crushing snowflakes, and they call people snowflakes for being rightfully angry at stuff, and they have no shame. If your defining characteristic is that you get annoyed at people because people have a right to get annoyed at something else, like, imagine being so insecure that someone gets offended by something, so you have to call them a snowflake and, like, attack them for it. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it at all. It's like, ooh, snowflakes are the worst and blah, blah, blah. soldiers are fighting in wars and snowflakes are complaining and blah blah blah. It's just, oh, shut up. People like that don't deserve to actually have the argument made towards them. Everybody gets in an argument with someone like that at some point, and all I can say to people that do get in those arguments is just don't bother. The person isn't going to change his point of view. He's not worth the amount of time you're going to commit to trying. He's not worth the frustration you're going to commit. They're not worth any of the effort. So just don't even bother. Just block them. If you see someone trying to attack snowflakes, just report and block them and be done with it. That's where I'm going to end the video, guys. So sorry for getting angry, as I have done during this video. If you like this format of video with my webcam on and stuff, then let me know and I will keep doing content in this kind of format because I enjoy it. Other subreddit videos will carry on as normal, you know, with just the voice, no video, but maybe I'll start bringing these in more often if it's popular and if people like it, because I don't know, I just feel like this style of video gets more of my personality in it and I enjoy making it. I just wanted to address an issue that I have been having. So I'm going to go over to YouTube very quickly to show you guys. Basically, there's an issue with YouTube's new monetization system. Surprise, surprise, YouTube has a problem with its monetization system. They have changed it so that now you can declare what's in your content and say, oh, there is a swear word in the title, but it's censored, and that's okay for monetization going by their guidelines. It tells you that. Now, normally, when I schedule an upload, I'll schedule it up a few days ahead of time. I'll get a flag saying that it's not got ad suitability, like here on this one, and I can have it addressed before the video goes live, so it can either get accepted, which it almost always is, or it will get not accepted and it won't have ads on it, but that almost always happens before the video goes live. Now with the new system, I upload the video and it has the green symbol and no restrictions, and then the minute it goes live, the second it goes live, I get the yellow symbol pop up. And that's not a huge issue for me. I mean, this video is already at nearly 250 views. That's not a lot of money, but this video has been up 3 days now and the ad suitability is still under review, which means this 233 views made me zero money. It made me none. YouTube is currently doing absolutely everything it can to avoid paying creators for content that deserves to be monetized. The fact that this video is still under review and I could only start asking for a manual review after it goes live literally is robbing me of monetization money, especially if this video then gets accepted. And I mean, you could say, oh, it's about a subreddit that might not be monetized. Here's one with the same subreddit in the title that has no restrictions after it got manually reviewed. Here's a video where the video is literally blue kills some Nazis, and that has no restrictions, but this video has been under review for 3 days and has not been taken down and has made me zero money as a result. Because YouTube's system is broken, and nowadays the only way to make money is through sponsorships and Patreon. And that is frustrating to no end. Although I don't make much money off of YouTube, it is still a problem, and I can imagine it's affecting people that do make money off of YouTube. So this needs to be addressed. For me personally, I have a Patreon that if you guys want to support my content, you can join. Currently, no one's in it, but I'm a small channel, so that's to be expected. But I'm also not reliant on my channel at the moment. So it's not a problem for me yet. But if it carries on like this and my channel keeps growing at the rate it is, it will be a problem for me. If you want to support me on Patreon, I would be very grateful for that. But by no means do you have to. It's just a suggestion to help support me in this time of YouTube being ridiculous and stupid. I'm sorry for talking so much at the end here, but as I mentioned in a video before, I'm putting these at the end of videos rather than the start, so I can talk about it for longer and it doesn't break up the actual content I'm making. So it kind of, I don't know, it's justified, Anybody that watched the content at the start doesn't have to watch this, whereas if I put it at the start of the video, I wouldn't have talked for this long. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I very much appreciate everybody watching my content. I appreciate it so much that people enjoy the content I make, and I'm very glad that I can be entertaining people during the current situation that everyone's in. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.